So I was watching Drawfee the other day and saw a character generator video they did, so I figured I'd track it down and give the character generator a shot too, because why not? So here's what we got. John Miller, 27, troubled radiologist. John Miller is a troubled man from England who can only eat at night. He has eyes like planets. His top quality is that he is particularly adventurous. He has to save the world from an alien invasion. Alright, cool, now that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, I had to figure out a way to make all of these qualities fit into one single image, which, saving from an alien invasion, only eats at night, has eyes like planets, is troubled, a radiologist, and what's the other thing? Whatever the other thing was, it all had to fit into one image by itself, and yeah, that's a lot. So first things first, he can only eat at night, so of course it's going to be a nighttime scene, and since he's troubled, he's going to be pondering something very serious, and of course, because he only eats at night, he has to be eating, so he's investigating something while eating a Slim Jim, because of course it has to be a Slim Jim. Because what else are you going to eat when you can only eat at night? Especially when you're kept up all night trying to protect the world from an alien invasion. How are you going to figure out how to stop the alien invasion? Of course, you're going to be a little bit of a conspiracy nut. You're going to investigate everything a little too thoroughly. And of course, with your eyes like planets because of your lack of sleep. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Your extreme dedication to making sure that you stop the alien invasion and protect the world and become the savior of humanity. You don't get as much sleep as you should, so your eyes naturally don't look exactly right. They're a little big, you got some bags, you got some messy hair, and of course, all you eat are Slim Jims, so you're not going to be in the best shape in the world, your hair might be a little bit greasy, your beard's going to be a little bit unkempt, you're going to be paranoid and always looking over your shoulder, always behind your back, and of course you're going to be staying in your office late, you're going to be doing everything you can to try to figure out where the aliens are coming, when they're coming, how to stop them, how to fight back. But of course you can't take it to the authorities because nobody's going to believe you because you're a greasy Slim Jim addict who stays in his office all day and all night with eyes that look like you probably don't even belong in public and you haven't seen the sun in 10 years, but whatever, you can't take it to them, so it's all up to you. So you do what only you can do. You gather up all the evidence you can. You go on adventures. You go to Egypt. You go to Britain, to South America, to everywhere you can think of that might have alien connections. Every single pyramid, every ziggurat, every ancient temple, Stonehenge, all of that stuff. You go visit all of it. You scour the internet for news reports. You look for everything you can possibly find about aliens, no matter how stupid, no matter how outlandish, no matter how silly, no matter how fringe it might be. You search it all out. You lay it all out on your perfectly mapped out wall. Of course, it's in your radiology office because you can't trust anybody. You can only trust your office where you work, where you can see the perfect brain scans of the machines that do exactly what you've been trained to do your whole life, so you can study brain scans at the same time, looking for exactly when somebody might have been affected by aliens. Maybe their brains aren't exactly working right, maybe they're wired differently, maybe you can find some evidence, or maybe you can find a key between our physiology and physiology that you've never seen before for some reason. Somehow looking at brain scans makes you think it's better. It could be that extreme dedication we talked about earlier that makes you think that. But of course it's not the government run by flying monkeys that you can't trust, it's the fact you can't trust anybody around you. So you study brain scans, you study receipts, you study all of the pictures you've taken on your travels, and you make sure that everything is good, everything is what it needs to be. And you continue studying, and your wall gets messier and messier and messier, to the point that your co-workers pretend that you don't even exist, you don't live there, and they do everything they can to go to the other radiologist down the hall who's not as good as you are at your job. But who cares, you have more important things to worry about. You're mapping out how to save the human race, and they will thank you when it's all over with. So you continue studying, you continue poring over. You gather all of your evidence. Look at every eyewitness report you can find, every crop circle, every UFO sighting, everything you can possibly think of. You keep looking, you keep searching, you keep digging. You find evidence that works, you find stuff that contradicts, you find different reports of different kinds of aliens. Now it's an even bigger question, which one is it going to be? What kind of aliens? Is there some kind of intergalactic alliance that's going to come for the human race? Is the human race even advanced enough to even be considered worth looking at? You make Stonehenge. You find the thing where you put paper on stone and you try to scribble it out to find your markings and your etchings. You do that kind of conspiracy thing, but even though you know this time it's not a conspiracy theory, it's true. So you keep doing it, you keep fighting, you keep pushing, you gather all of your evidence, and you're working out the perfect way to make it cohesive so everybody sees it. Everybody can see your train of thought clearly, and it's not just that you're crazy, not that you're a nut, not that you travel too much, not that you found too many similarities between the South American ziggurats and the pyramids in Egypt. It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that you know aliens are coming. You know they're coming, and you have to keep searching. You have to figure out exactly how to figure out when and where. You have to keep digging everything, putting everything together, making sure it all makes sense, so that anybody looks at you doesn't think you're crazy and have you institutionalized, because of course, you don't have time to be institutionalized. You have to keep protecting the human race. You have to find the weapon that will work, finding any parallels you can possibly draw between them, using your trusty red twine, which is what every single visionary and revolutionary uses, because what better way can you have to organize information? So you keep doing it, and of course you work only at night, because during the day your bosses might come in, they might catch you, they might find you, might throw you out, and the worst thing that can happen right now is you get fired from your job and they can't come anymore, and then you're left without any of your materials, you're left without your brain scans, your equipment, and then the world is doomed because your boss was not understanding. So you stay at night, you eat your Slim Jims, you stay fit as much as you possibly can. But you keep looking out your window the whole time you're working, distracted, wondering when that UFO is not, or when the thing you see in the sky is a UFO and it's not just a plane. Because you know one day it will not be a plane, it will be a UFO, and you know it will. So you have no choice but to keep fighting, keep pushing, keep pressing, no matter how smelly you get, no matter how greasy your shirt is, no matter how dingy the walls may become. You keep fighting, you have to, you can't stop, you keep repeating yourself over and over again. You keep going over the same loops, the same lines, the same threads, over and over, looking for any little bit of information you might have missed. Because you can't stop, you have to see this through. They say you're troubled, but you know you're not. You know you're onto something. You know you're right. The aliens are coming, and we can stop them. All we have to do is think. We have to figure this out. If we are properly prepared, everything will be fine. And I know it. I don't need sleep. I need answers. So I keep pushing, and I keep watching and waiting, knowing that one day I will find the secret before they come, and I have to. Otherwise, humanity is doomed. Humanity will die. So I do everything I can. And it's all for the good of the human race, because one day they will remember me. They will remember John Miller, the radiologist who saved the planet.